You're up.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Birdies and Bourbon show. Dan, how's my tan look? That's what I want to know.
You look like you've been tanned. Yeah. Let me guess. You've been out on the lake all week on that boat, doing your thing.
So yeah. I don't know how the show's going to go today. It's probably going to go just as good as the rest of them. So silver lining. The expectation, the bar is already set really low. I feel like it's kind of like Russell Henley on a Sunday. Don't look for anything big to happen because it's probably not. Let's see. Also, I've got all these damn screens open, so I'm definitely going to be distracted. So I'm going to need you to carry most of the show for us. I got the TV on in the background. I see. So Chuck already threw out like some hate mail to Bryson about Brooks. So I'm sure that was like key for, hey, keying Brooks Koepka. Why haven't you called in already? You're the official starter. We need you to call in so you can announce now on the tee, Bryson DeChambeau.
So just for everybody's clarity, we're recording on Tuesday evening. Because we took a holiday on Monday. Somebody was a little late all day, so we couldn't record. And now we're recording during some kind of TV broadcast. I don't know what it is. I think it's a Ryder Cup qualifier.
Well, it's interesting. And we're going to get into a few things on the show. But before we get into what's going on in Illinois this week and what's happening over in Scotland, just to touch on, so the match 4 is being played at it's in Big Sky, Montana. It's the reserve at Moonlight Basin. It is the match 4. I'm sure everybody knows about this because it has been all over everything. I mean, everybody's been talking about it. Not really. So I'm wondering if some of this has lost a little bit of its charm. Are people not digging the whole Bryson, Aaron? By the way, did you see Aaron Rodgers? He looks I had to double take, and I'm like, wait a minute. I just saw Homeless Hubs was supposed to be in Illinois playing the John Deere, but it really looks like this could be Mark Hubbard's twin on here. The way he's got the hair and the beard.
I'd hate to say it, but I know Phil loves the match, but this one here could be a bit of a stumble.
Well, the positive is it's for a good cause.
It is.
So it is. It's for, I didn't catch the exact name, but it's Feed the Hungry in Montana. So it's a good cause by Capital One and all the folks that are doing it from a standpoint. Barkley already did. Now check this out. So at the beginning of the show, they're kind of they're talking about the charity. Barkley's like, I'm going to donate $100,000. And they're like, hey, Charles, did you know it's 1 million meals? And then they go to Larry Fitzgerald. And Larry's like, oh, hey, thanks for everything you do. He's like, okay, yeah, great. Thanks. They go to Trevor Immelman. Trevor Immelman was like, hold on, before I get started, I'm going to go ahead and donate 10,000 meals. And Larry Fitzgerald's sitting right in the middle. And I'm not bashing Larry, but I'm like, the two celebrity kind of guys, if you want to call Immelman a celebrity. But the true 2 celebrity guests that are there in Fitzgerald and Barkley, I'm like, did Fitzgerald not know he was doing that? Maybe he's going to do something later on. Maybe he's got some challenges or something he's going to do. I don't know. I thought that was a little awkward, but nevertheless, I did make a wager. I am Team Phil and Team Tom. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but I was just making a couple notes. So Bryson DeChambeau, he's played in 1 Ryder Cup. You know what his record is? 0-3-0. And I'm thinking, okay, well, this is like, you could call it's a team sport, right? They're playing like a modified match. So both people are going to drive, and then they're going to alternate shots until they hole out. Well, that's a team sport. And I'm looking at, look at Bryson's record in President's Cup, 0-1-1. So it doesn't bode well for him that the team environment's kind of there. And I'm thinking, Phil and Tom are already comfortable with each other. We all know Phil does really well in a team environment. We all know Tom Brady does really well in the team environment. What about Aaron Rodgers? You heard anything negative from him lately, Dan?
His first tee shot didn't look very good.
and he does not, and he damn sure doesn't want to be in Green Bay anymore. So I don't know. I think we got two kind of non-team guys and we got two team guys. So I don't know what that's going to weigh into. I think it's interesting. Brady at a 8.1 handicap, Rodgers at a 3.5. He's got a clear advantage there. I don't know. I think I could see Bryson getting pretty stressed out if Aaron puts him somewhere that he doesn't want to be, or he flubs a shot, he screws something up. I could really see something going sideways there.
Well, his first shot looked really good. So are you just going Team Phil because it's the same way as going Team Brooks?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just let me clarify that. Tell me about the Rocket. What did you like about the Rocket?
I just didn't want to go Team Bryson. What did I like about the Rocket? Well, compared to this, I did. I had to take. This is another. I had to double take again because I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. They're actually only traveling 3 hours for next week's tournament. So, and it's like, yep. So going from Detroit to Illinois. And it's like a 3-hour drive. And I'm like, whoa, somebody must have screwed something up because typically we'd be flying to Washington State or let's go back to Florida or maybe hit Texas. It's like that is way too close. I'm going to be honest with you. I did have a lot of golf and lake time this weekend. So I didn't catch Davis. Our playoffs for the PGA tournament, is that the new norm? I think we've had more playoff. I don't know the stats. I haven't looked it up. I'm just I'm going like, holy shit, another playoffs. And it's like, we've got another, we had back-to-back playoffs, right? So I don't know if we look through, but I don't think I can count them all on one hand for this season, the amount of playoffs. I think we have more than that. Maybe we have. Wrong about that, but I think we have, and I guess it's 18 holes on Sunday isn't enough for everybody, man. They want more golf.
I'll tell you what.
If people want more golf, give them more golf.
Congrats to Cam Davis, right?
Yeah, congrats to Cam. We got another Aussie win this season. Oh, by the way, how'd your one and done do this week, Dan?
Well, he took the weekend off. Played that well.
Did he?
Yeah. Yep. 2 in a row. That's 2 in a row for me.
Is it? Oh, you got a streak going, dude. You don't want to mess up a streak.
No. Yeah. I have back to back. If I get it this week, it's a streak.
Yeah. So a little later on, Dan will tell you who his one and done is, and I think I know which way he's going. I think I know which way he's leaning. I'm not 100% certain, but it could upset a lot of people. I'm just saying, if there's anything to this, it could be a thing. Again, Russell Henley, man, he was playing pretty good. Just didn't happen. Who else? My one and done, Jason Kokrak, finishes T12. Man, if that guy if he could have sunk some putts, he just was not putting, but everything else, man, was looking real good for him. So,
Yep.
Who else I'll talk about my one and done later on. Joaquin Niemann opening 65. That guy, we said earlier last week, Birdie Festival, we're going to talk, we've got a repeat of a Birdie Festival coming up this week. So I think the course this week's going to look a lot like last week. So it's the Rocket Mortgage. I can't believe Bryson didn't make the cut at his title sponsors tournament.
Ricky did pretty well.
Ricky did well. Didn't I see him like T1 coming in on Saturday? I
think he was T1. Yeah, like on Saturday early. Yeah. And then didn't end up there, but I think he was like, what was he, T10 or 12?
So he shot level par on Sunday, and then
What did he finish at 12 under or something?
T32.
T32
at 10 under.
Yeah. Oh, a little further back than I remembered.
Yeah, he got on a bit of a tear, but it didn't last.
Oh, the Sunday was really bad for him. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Well, it's just everybody else's Sunday was so good, So. Yeah. But I don't know. It was. Everybody's getting ready to head to Europe. So, what about Hideki, man? Hideki having a withdrawal. So, it's like two withdrawals out of the past 3 weeks. I may be getting that wrong. 2 COVID withdrawals. I don't know what that means for Hideki heading into the Open. I think, technically speaking, I think that he will meet the criteria for the quarantine or whatever you're calling it, the quarantine days, so that he's, and then I don't know what the protocol is, because at the Open, man, they're handling this thing totally different, I saw Ricky posted the other day. I'm like, I don't even know if Ricky's showing up to the Open, is he? Maybe he is, but so. Which I'm like, so if you win this week at John Deere, the winner, you get a spot. And for the Scottish Open, I think they have 3 open spots. So the 3 lowest scorers for the tournament, if you haven't already qualified, then you get a spot for 3. I didn't see him in the John Deere or at the Scottish Open. So I don't know. I guess his interrupted his.
Oh, Bryson just chipped in.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Hats off. No. Hats off. What is that? Is that a birdie or an eagle for their first hole?
Well, I didn't see. Was that his drive?
No, it wasn't his drive. No.
No, so I think that's a par 4. So he's
it's a birdie.
He's got birdie there. I think so. Is it too late to change my bet? Let's see. That's kind of it for me for the Rocket.
No. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for you to get back from the lake to talk about this. Okay.
Oh, to talk about the Rocket. Sorry. Well, I may still kind of be at the lake. I got all these.
The biggest news of the week, which we haven't been able to do any talking about, is Bryson and his caddy splitting up on Wednesday evening.
Whoa. He asked us not to bring that up while he was playing.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I know, man. Here's what do you think that's an easy job? Caddying for Bryson DeChambeau. I saw he had his coach out there with the level. So now that I guess, because I don't know who they have out there for caddies. They're probably picking up somebody local, but he had somebody out there with a level on the green, putting like a little 5-foot putt. It's like, dude, it's a 5-footer. Just put the damn ball.
Yeah. Well, and then he had like some of these things. He's had the guy out there with like an umbrella to block the wind and all kinds of things, right? Like when he's trying to practice putt, and everything. It's not an easy job. That's not my take. I want your take first.
I'm waiting on him to bring a kite. I'm waiting on him to bring a kite. So, I don't know. I think that could be a very, I don't think that the job is easy. I mean, a lot of folks probably look at a caddy and they're like, oh, well, all you do is carry the bags. And it's like, well, and we've had several on, right? It's like, well, you're an emotional support coach, you're a psychologist, you're a friend, you may be an antagonist at some point. You're checks and balances, like, hey, am I right? Am I wrong? And so you got a lot riding on you. Speak. It's like Tattersall. I saw him post. And by the way, good luck to the Billy Mitchell show and John Tattersall at this week's U.S. Senior Open out in Omaha, Nebraska. So, times I think he missed yardage by 14 yards on a hole. He's like, he blew it over the green. He's like, not good. He's got Billy Mitchell carrying his own bags because Tattersall's got his phone and his notebooks and such. So, whatever. But I don't think it's an easy job by any stretch of the means. I think that once you're working with someone like Bryson, that is so, I think all of these guys are perfectionists. I think everyone has a routine. I think everyone has a rhythm. I think everybody has their, they have their routine and they've got what they want to do. And I think depending on where you go to play, I mean, I think that it could change a little bit, but I think there's some things that are systemic in the process that you're going to go through. But I think that it just comes to a time and it's like, hey man, I need a change. And I think it could be player. It could be the caddy. It could be the player and the caddy. And hey, it's time for a change. I don't know. Was it a coincidence that his caddy, they part ways and he misses a cut at the Rocket that he won last year? Maybe not. I don't know. I wouldn't say that Bryson's necessarily been on fire the past few tournaments. So, I don't know. Has he got some swing changes going on that he's working? I guess he always has swing changes going on, but is there something that's not working out? And it's like, hey, I need a fresh restart in order to kind of level set as a player and get my mind right. I would think that that's probably the direction he's going. Hey, we both said it. We're not professionals at anything. I don't know what he was thinking. I haven't seen anything other than the politically correct statement come out that was, pretty much what Phil and Bone said, right? It's like, hey, it's not a bad thing. Everything's cool. It's just sometimes you need to change. The whole Brooks and Bryson, the family, the brotherly feud that's going on, was that getting to him and he didn't want to put up with that stuff anymore? I mean, maybe, I don't know. Can you go get on somebody else's bag and have the chance to win what you stand to win with Bryson? Maybe. So I don't know. I honestly, we need to we probably need to get some caddies on to talk about it.
Seems to me like it was a bit of a conscious uncoupling of the two. I think Bryson is very challenging to work for on the tour. He's always out there pounding balls at 9 o'clock on a Friday night, that kind of thing. Maybe the caddy had enough. It seemed like he wanted to go. I think I've seen this in several areas. He wanted to go start a shuttle company or something like that. And maybe he wants to sunset out of this role into a different role. The thing that I was thinking about over the weekend was when I heard this, and I haven't heard this take, but I think that if I'm the Bryson camp, this could be one of the best things that could ever happen to him, because given what he's been able to accomplish in the last year, he's won like 8 times on tour or whatnot. If you look at what he's doing really well, he's driving the ball well. He can come out of the rough better than anybody, which is how he won the US Open last year. He continues to add length, right? Well, if you look at where he's really struggling, it's like at Augusta when he can't read the greens at Augusta. Yep. And if you look at what's on the horizon for the PGA Tour, the green books look like they're ready to go away.
They're going away.
So,
they've already announced
his game in like really bad shape going into next year, unless he has a way of starting to learn how to read these greens better and not rely on that greens book. And I think of somebody like a Jason Kokrak, and I see what Jason Kokrak did with his caddy, and his caddy helps him on course with reading these putts. And the big difference with Kokrak is he's always been a great ball striker, but the putting has just gotten phenomenal over the last year. And he's won many times on tour in the last year. I think if Bryson can find somebody that's willing to put up with some of his BS and negotiate out what they do want to do and they don't want to do, but if he can find somebody that could help him read these greens and win at Augusta and win going into the banning of these greens books, that's going to be something that he's going to have to do. I think you're probably going to see some college friends caddying for him for a couple of months here or whatnot while he gets it all sorted out. But he needs to find somebody that can help him putt without a green book.
Yeah, no, great take. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good observation, and I wouldn't be surprised if they don't move in that direction. I'm with you. I mean, I think you'll have some stand-ins, but yeah, I think that it is. That you mention it, right? I mean, how do I get to that senior level? Like, give me Brad Faxon's who's still caddying that caddy for Brad Faxon at some point. Hey, Tiger's caddy, he's probably available. I think I saw him on the seniors tour a few weeks ago, but or maybe it was the LPGA. Either way, I mean, he's still carrying a bag. It's just, I mean, it's going to be a while before you can carry Tiger's bag, right? And some of those folks that, Steve Williams, that would be a good one. Get Steve Williams on Bryson's bag. I mean, I don't know.
He could go after Kokrak's caddy.
Yeah.
Hey, we're Bourbon Society fans here, so we don't want that to happen, but he could,
Could, yeah. I mean, he very well could. And I mean, again, I think you get somebody to a point to where, how much can you teach a guy versus, okay, well, maybe I need to move on and teach somebody else this, right? I mean, people wind up with their niche, and that easily could be something that happens or they're looking at. So interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see regardless of who takes the job. There's a lot of money to be made, no doubt. But with that money, I would imagine comes a lot of challenges, and it's work, right? It's not us showing up at the golf course and showing up at Stream Song and, hey, you got Rabbit today. Here you go. Right. And Rabbit's never going to see, we played with a weekend and he's never going to see us again. I mean, this is somebody you're going to be, living with on the road essentially. And your job depends on it, right? It's not a hobby. I mean, it's not golf for charity. Well, I guess it kind of is golf for charity, but I mean, for these guys, I mean, they're making a living, right? And they got to continue to play well and somebody around you is getting better. It's just, are you getting better than they are?
And I'm not taking anything away from the previous caddy in terms of working with him on the greens or anything like that. It's just the results show that they just didn't play well at places where he couldn't do the greens book. And I think he's got enough people around him from, driver through wedge that he doesn't need help there. What he needs help with is on the greens without a green book.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if he tunes those wedges up, I mean, it's easier to make a 5-footer than it's a 30-footer. So just saying.
Bill might tell him he needs a barista.
You think they've been out there drinking coffee in Montana? So what do you think the altitude does to your, like that caffeine? Does it hit you different? Is there like a big change? It's like, no. We're cutting that caffeine by half on this one because the altitude, it hits you different.
Exactly. I don't know, man, but Phil's all about like it's got these enzymes that help you not get the jitters and this and that. Like, I have no idea. I would love.
That's the other thing. The altitude out there. Bryson. I don't know if he does or he doesn't, but I guess it's. It's a little bit, there's a 777 yard par 5. I think it's number 17, which they may not make it to 17. However, with the trend of playoffs at the tournament, I would expect we're going to get some playoff holes here. But yeah, I think, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how he does.
Is Phil playing next week in Scotland in the Open?
I think he would play the British Open.
Yeah, so the British Open.
Yeah. I'd imagine he's in the lineup.
Look at this Corona. They got Corona commercials. They got Corona in the sand trap at It's like,
in Montana. Where's Ricky Fowler? Where is Ricky Fowler?
Why isn't Fowler sitting in the chair?
Maybe that's why he's not in Scotland. Maybe we're going to have like a little cameo appearance from Fowler.
That's a good point.
Maybe.
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, I would say he's good for charity. So.
Wow.
Let's see. So we said so we covered.
I'm surprised Phil let that happen. Isn't he an Ansdell guy?
Well, and on social media he is, yeah. But hold on, Corona and Amstel, isn't that under the same?
I don't know.
It may be under like the Heineken group.
It's not Birdies and Beards. Birdies and Bourbon. Like we know what we're talking about.
That's a good point. It's a good point. Well, we don't know anything about birdies either, but I mean, who's judging?
Just ask Martha.
Yeah, thanks for that, Martha. Let's see. Oh, by the way, so speaking of the British, I don't know. You want to talk anything else about the Rocket?
It kind of saddens me that they're not doing the charity events like they were doing last year. They had a fun one last year with Bubba Watson.
Doesn't it? Oh, but you know why? Because all the pro-ams are back on.
Oh, I know why.
Yeah.
I did like, they could take 4 guys and do a little charity thing. They got 140 other guys.
But ever.
All right. Well, we're going to take a little break since Cal's having a little bit of internet trouble, and we will be right back to talk about